Hello everybody, this is James Daly with another piano tutorial, and today I'm covering the song I'm Glad That I'm Saved by Vincent Bohanan. Now I just learned this song and I am by no means a professional. I'm just giving you my interpretation of the song and take all mistakes in love, but I think I got everything. I may pause and refer to the album, which I have pulled up on YouTube, but I'm not playing it on video because I don't want a copyright strike. So just bear with me. This may be a little bit of a long video. I may stumble and make mistakes. Please take all mistakes in love, but I'm just going to show you what I know. I'm going to show you what I learned from it, and I know you'll get something from it because I got a lot out of this. And I'll probably be revisiting this because my channel is all about learning in all 12 keys. And so I'm learning 12 songs in 12 keys. That's my original goal. We'll get more later. I'm going to do more later, not just the 12, but that's the first goal, is to do 12 songs in 12 keys. And then I could revisit this song later when I get better. But I'm going to give you what I know so far. And it starts in F sharp and it goes to A flat. Okay. And so I'm going to go real slow. I'm not going to play it through because I can't play it through all the way, but I do know all the chords and parts to it. Okay, so it does start with a run. So I'm just going to do it slow. If I make mistakes, please bear with me, but I'll spell out everything I know. Okay. Okay, that's how it starts. All right, so A, B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat, or F sharp. And G flat, E flat, D flat, E flat. Then you gotta skip down and do like a flat, A flat, E flat. Right. Then it goes back up. Then it goes into glad that I'm saved. Okay, so then it goes to then it goes right into the song. Okay, so let me just go over the run and then I'll get into the chorus. So I'll do it real slow. Then faster. Right, and then it goes. Okay. G flat, B flat, D flat. Then here's the chords. Okay, so the bass line is E, A flat, B is the chord. That's the first one. Then the E flat, and the chord, G flat, and B. And then it goes. Now, if you're by yourself, you're going to have to do it that way, or you could do it. You could do it like that too. But if you have a bass player, they drop to it, I believe. So they. right? So let's just drop two in this. So all I did was I took the second highest note, which is the A flat, and put it in the bass, or put it in my left hand. Second highest note, second highest, and put it here. So that note, put the bottom, second high note. Common in gospel right now, the drop twos. Okay, so if you have a bass player, you could do it like that. If not, you could just do it. I'm glad that I'm safe. Amen. All right, so what's that chord right there? F, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. And the walk up, G flat, B flat, D flat. Right, so if you're by yourself, you could do it like that, or because the bass player moves with it. But you could do both. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to move it. All right, so that's the first part. All right. Oops, sorry. All right, then it goes into the chorus. All right, so the bass. No, E flat, sorry. All right, so here's okay, so if you was to be very basic with it, the easiest way, you could do it like that. I'm not really sure, but I think this might be done. I don't know, but it could be done, and it sounds fine when I play it with the album. So let me show you both. So all right, so all right, so that's E flat in the bass, B, E flat and B flat, G flat, B flat, E flat, and you just move it. So that's A flat, D flat, F, and the same bass line, E flat, B flat, E flat. Or I think you can move it too. Yeah, I'm thinking. So it's like E flat to D flat. Or you could keep it. You could keep it on the one, well, not on the one, but the 6. You keep it on the 6. So you keep it on the E flat. You could do that, or you could move it to the D flat when you move to this chord. Because I mean, it's the D flat chord anyway, or the C sharp chord. So the other way, the way I would do it. So right, and then so what that is G flat, A, C, E flat, G flat, F, A flat, B, D, F, E flat and bass. Or you could do it like this. You could cluster it. So E flat, F, G flat, A flat with the thumb, B flat, D flat, and F. So, and you can, and even though he's going in the C, it can still be done like that. All right, so that's D, F, A flat, B, excuse me, D and F. Thank God for the electronic, the MIDI keyboard there. You could see what I'm doing, even if I spell it out wrong. We'll do that too. Go to the B flat. All right, and then it goes to, and then you can hear the lead guitar do like a. You can hear him do that, so you could do that too. So. So we could just do it like that. So that's G flat, D flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, and you just stay there, and you can move it to A flat, B, E flat. Well, you have to move it because they move it. E flat, and back. That was the G flat, A flat, B flat. Well, you don't hold that chord. That was wrong. I'm sorry. All right. B, E flat, A flat. You could beef up the chord like that too. So A flat, B flat, D, and G. Same bass. The G flat and the D flat. All right, so. Or you could do, or stay straight. Then it goes into, say, A flat minor. So A flat, E flat, A flat, B, E flat. Now me, I would add extra because I'm extra. I would just walk it up. Let me see if it's the right chord. So. All right, and then it breaks. Okay, so what was that? So break. So long, bye bye. Right. Okay, so what was that? Okay, so we're here where we left off, the A minor. We could walk it down in the bass to the G to the F. While we're walking it down, we could add a little line in there if you want. They don't do it, but it works. So, right? So what was that? E flat, F, G flat, A flat. Then the chord. Right? I wonder if this works. Hold on. Let me just bear with me for a second. You could do that. You could add that too if you want to, or you could just be basic with it. And that's fine. That's how they do it right there. If you want to do that, there it is. So that A flat, G flat, B flat, B, E flat, G flat, and B flat. All right. So the chord F, C, F, and the chord is A flat, E flat, G, and B flat. Right, that's B flat, D, A flat, D, G flat, A flat, D flat. You could do it, but they break. And then back what I showed you at the beginning. Okay. already showed you that. And then he goes, so long, bye bye. And then we go. Now these are easy. All right. So what is that? So that's E flat, B flat, E flat, G flat, B flat, E flat, G flat, D flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat. So D flat, A flat, D flat, or C sharp, A flat, D flat, E flat, F, A flat. All right. A flat chord, a regular A flat chord. All right, so A flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, C, E flat. So, they do that a couple times. Sorry. Here's a run. All right, so you already know that from the beginning, so just repeated it. Here's the little lick that they did. Oh geez, I forgot it. Then you hold it. So it's C sharp, E flat, E flat, C sharp, E flat, F sharp. And then you go back. So to the B flat, to the D flat, and back to the chord. Change the key. All right, so here's the lick that goes into the key. Now this is, you could do this several ways. Now I know the bass player went off and did this into the next key. The bass player went, but here's the whole line. There's a glitch in this. Ridiculous. Sorry about that. So it goes. It's going into the next key when you take it up. Now you could just do that. That's fine. You could just. And then go with the chord. You could do that. There's a couple ways you could do it. I could do it like this and do what the bass player does. Right? The bass player does this. All right. So you could do the whole line with the bass. Or you could do that too. All right. Or just straight. That goes into the next key. So B flat, B, D, E flat, E. All right. So I am so glad that I'm saved. Amen. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Right. Because we're in G now. And then. All right. So y'all got that? Let's go. Let's do it again. Just make sure y'all got it. All right. That's one way to do it. Or you can do. You could do that too. You could do that too. So what was that? B flat, in both hands, B in both hands, and then you split it. D, G in the bass, D up top, G flat in the bass, E flat up top. Oh, nope. Whoa, that was wrong. Sorry. E in the bass and E up top. Okay. Or you could do it like. All right. So G in the bass, B flat, D flat, E, G. G flat in the bass, A, C, E flat, G flat. And E in the bass, G, A, B, D, and G. You see my thumb is covering both the G and the A. All right, so boom. And here's that next chord. You just stay on the E and you just switch between the A, C, E flat, and G, and the G, A, B, D, G flat. Okay, you switch between the two. Or you could do the old school way. You could do it that way too. All right, you could do it that way. No, that's not right. Okay, so you can do it like that. All right, and that's G, B, E, A, D, G flat. All right, and then you go to the G. So G and G, B, D. Then you take it up. A, C, E, G in the bass, and back to G chord. And then the next, right? A, C, E. And then you go into all right, so you could do that too. So the walk up, E, F sharp, G, A, B, then the chord, so G flat, A, E, A flat, and B. B, A, E flat, G, B flat. All right, so back to the chord I already showed you, but I just extended it. So say E in the bass, an octave, right? G, A, B. Now I'm covering the G, A, B, and then D, G flat, and A. So long, bye-bye, because it breaks. Boom. So now we're going to the, okay, I'm having a brain fart, y'all, excuse me. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry. I just learned it. Please excuse all mistakes in love, please. Oh my gosh, we're doing it again. All right, so here's the chord. So E, G, B, E. No, that's E. E, G, B, E. And then G, G chord, G, B, D. Oh, a D chord now. So D, A, D, G. And A, B, C sharp, E. All right. Just loop that around. Because Vincent is singing now. too. And then saved by his power divine. Okay. All right. So what did we do? G, D, G, B, D, F chord. So it's F, F, A, C, E, E, G, C. You could drop to it if you have a bass. So here's the lick. So D, E, F, E, D, E, G. Hold it. B, D. Now if you do a drop two with it because you got a bass player or you're on the organ. So that's A, F, C, G, E, C. Just then A man is A, G flat, D, B, G, D. Okay, or on the bass, G, G, A, D, G, G, B, D. All right, so and they loop it. They stay there for a while. They only do that lick once. Whoa. So they hold it saved. So the bass line stays the same. All right. Because normally, if you would do the song, it would be like, saved by his power. Right? Oh, sorry. Right? The old school way, that's how it would be. But they did the saved. Then he comes in. Vincent comes in. So here it is. G, D, G, D, G, B. You hold this here. The bass stays here for the next three chords. All right. And then the choir comes in. The musicians do it too. So that's the first chord. You got that. Keep the same bass. The D flat, E, G, B. All right, stay the bass. D, E, G, A. Saved by his power divine. Oh, and then okay. All right, saved. And then you got to save. I could tell Vincent, you was that was kind of high for you. You was struggling there on that part. You was like, save. You was struggling there on that part. That was kind of high for you, but you made it. You made it work. Vincent always makes it work. He's amazing. Okay. So, here's that lick. Oh. Okay, so B, D, G, E. Yeah, I MC the program at the Big Baptist Church I played for. Back in 2019, we had a big concert with Vincent Bohanan and Sound of Victory, and yeah, they tore that church apart. They came upon my recommendation. Hopewell wanted to do a concert, and I said, hey, get Vincent Bohanan, and they got him, and I emceed the concert. Oh, we praised. There's some video online about it, but yeah, we praised the night away that night. That was an amazing night. Anyway, so yeah, and then I kind of added that there. You just I think that's right. I don't know. I like it. I'm okay with it because I'm just going by what he's doing by Vincent. He's like, save, hit that note. And then also, I've learned learning songs in every key, and so this kind of the chords I got here kind of go with a song that I learned in every key. In other videos, you probably see it. If I do, oh, give thanks in G, it coincides with that. So, all right, so save. All right, then it goes. Now it's sweet. All right. Okay, so save. Well, let's go back because I'm talking too much now. Sorry. I already showed you. Or you could do old school. I think that works. If you want to be slick, you could do that. That's E, G, C, E, G flat, A. Same bass because they hold the bass on that part. Oh. All right, so that's A, C, E, G flat, B, A, E flat, G, B, and you could move the B to an A. You can do that. I think I hear the organ doing that. I think I hear him doing that. So that's an E, B, G flat, G to an E. You take the G flat to an E. You can do that too. Love sublime, and then they. All right, so that's E, because we're already on the E. So, right, so we go right into that. D, G flat, G, B, E flat, D flat, G, B, D, C, E, F, A, G, B, E, F, A. All right, so here's where it gets tricky. You got to be quick here. And then you play the notes. What I call when you play with the choir is singing. That's basically what they're doing at this part. Joy is complete for or you could play what the choir's doing. They don't play the notes there, but you could. So there's two ways you could play it. You could do that because that's what the choir is doing. For I'm saved. Then they going into A flat, right? All right, but we're not there yet. So okay, so joy is complete. For I'll give you both ways. All right, so here's the first way. So A, C, E, A, G, D, G, B, F, E flat, A, C. All right, so G flat, E, A, B, B, E flat, G, A. All right, so life now is sweet and my joy is complete, for I'm saved. I am so glad that I'm saved. All right, so let's go back. Okay, so the second way to do it. Joy is complete. So you know these chords. I just showed you. So you could do the choir part. musicians do it this way. That's how they do it, I think. All right, so G flat, D, G, B, B, C, E, A. So you could do it this way with the G, E, A, B, B, E flat, G, A, or with the D, G, B, C, E, A. Okay, so all right, so that's D, C, E, G, B, D, and then you bring it down because the choir's doing save, save. I mean, if you was playing with the bass, you could you could do it like that. Save, save. If you was on the organ or something, it's kind of high. Let me bring it down. Let me show you that. I mean, you could do it from the keyboard. You could do it like that. So let me show you that. Let me hit that. All right. So C, E, G, B, D, G, B, because that's what the choir is doing. The choir is all right, and the next chord is C, E, G flat, B, D, E, G flat, A. And we go into the A flat. So you're just hitting the A flat chord, A flat, C, E flat, and then so you just stand on the A flat. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not sure of it. You listen to the album and you'll get the rhythm, but I mean, I think it's dum, 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 dum. All right, so G flat, B flat, D flat, F, A flat, D flat. Just go between the two. So that lick, very familiar in gospel. C, E flat, F, A flat. Sometimes they hold it. I'm not going to get it exact because they were doing some things that I didn't really take the time to flesh it out and see what they were doing rhythmically with it. But I have what they were doing, just not in the right rhythm. So you could take what I'm teaching you and then go to the album and source it and figure it out so you can get it right. Okay. So, all right. So they pretty much do that through the whole thing. And then they break. And then glad it don't say, and the choir's going sick or whatever, and then the band comes back in, and then they start. The bass player doesn't play they don't do that anymore, but they do some kind of lick. So what's that? So D in the bass, F, C, D flat in the bass, E and B flat, and C in the bass, E and A flat. All right, so there's a couple ways you can voice this. There's ways you could play it. You don't have to play it like that. You could play it in some other ways, and I found that I think is really slick. So you could do it like this. You could play it like that. So you could play it in whole chords. So D, F, A flat, C, F sharp, E, A flat, B flat, C sharp, C, E flat, A flat, C. So right. Y'all like that, don't y'all? I know y'all like that. I know y'all like that. Here's another one. Oh, I like this one a lot. Okay. So oftentimes I'm already playing. So, okay. So a lot of times I'll put that in there. All right. In my regular playing. So you can add that there because that's what they're doing. Sorta. It's the same, root note. So right? Y'all like that, don't y'all? I know y'all do. So it's D, C, F, A flat, C sharp, B, E, A flat, C, B flat, E flat, A flat. So you could do that too. They're not playing the bass line on that part, but you could. All right, so I taught you 3 ways to do it. You can do it like this. You can do it like this. You can do it like this. I'm going to show you one more way. Okay. So you can do it like that too. Right? No, sorry. Just gotta do it slow. There we go. I'm sorry, that was it. All right, so what was that? That was D, C, E flat, F, A flat. Sorry, guys. All right. First one, got that. Second one, D flat, B, E flat, F, B flat, C, B flat, C, E flat, A flat. Right? Right? Okay. So that's all the ways you can do that. And then they go back. Then they go back into they run that. And then sorry. All right, so G, F, G, B flat, E flat, A flat, A flat, B flat, C, E flat. All right. And then immediately the musician right right. So that is so soon as right. All right, what is that? All right. So the full chord, if you could get there. So it's F, C, F, A flat, C, E flat, G, B flat. So E, D, E, G, B, D, F sharp, A, E flat, B flat, E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, F, A flat. Alright, so A flat, G flat, C, F, F sharp, B flat. Alright. Same thing we did in same things. Okay. So B flat, D flat, F, B flat. Joy is gone. A flat, E flat, A flat, C. Complete. G flat, E, B flat, D flat. So G, F, B flat, C, C, E, A flat, B flat. And then it loops back around. Life now is sweet and my joy is complete. Life now is sweet and my joy is complete for all. Save that. So, okay, so it goes in save. All right. And then back to I am so, all that. Okay, so E flat in the bass, D flat, F, A flat, C, E flat. And then you bring the A flat down to G, E flat, D flat, F, G, C, E flat. All right, if you don't have a bass player, you can do it like this. Saved, right? Saved. So what was that? So A flat, C, D flat, F, A flat, C, F. You can trill it, twang it with the E flat, B flat to C. Right, and that second chord is G, C, C sharp, F, G, B flat, E. And then I already showed you that, but A flat, C, E flat. Right. All right, everybody, that's the whole song. That's the whole song. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more. All right, talk soon. God bless.